Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and today we have one of the favorite videos on the channel. It's going to be Sunday Stock Talk, and it's where we go over 5 different stocks to watch for this week. But we're going to do a special update because today we're going to do 5 stocks to watch for the month and the rest of the year. So these are going to be high conviction stocks. They're going to be a little bit more long term. So you're probably going to want to hold these ones for at least 6 months or 12 months. At least that's what I'm doing. And some of these I might even be holding for 24 months in some cases. Now, in the last 3 months, we are losing some of our gains here. We were up $3,000 at one point, but we're still up $1,300, which is phenomenal, especially for a 3-month standpoint. And for the year, we are up 62% still, and we are up $14,000 on the year. Now, with that being said, we have down points all the time, and they spike back up. Another down point, spikes back up. So I think there is a good chance of us seeing some green in the next week and throughout the rest of the month because we have been beaten down pretty bad already. We were even up at one point, up 71% on the year and at $40,000 in our account. Now, I might be throwing some bonus stocks more towards the end, and we might even throw crypto a little bit in the end also. So stay tuned for the full video and like this video before it even starts because you know it's going to be a banger. So the first one on the list, we have Apple. Of course, we have to talk about Apple. It started heading downward at one point, and I thought it was going to be a good time to load up on them. $120 or below is really where you want the price point of Apple. But if you plan on holding for at least a year to 2 years, then it might be a good idea to start building your position now for long-term wealth and start dollar cost averaging in right now. Maybe put in $100 a week or $100 a month, whatever your budget can afford. Personally, I put in $5,500 of Apple. We're already up almost $400, even just on a 7% return. Our average cost is $121. So if you can match my average cost and get 41 shares, go for it because Apple's one that you want to hold on to for the next few years. Now, after that, we have another high conviction stock for me personally, ChargePoint at $22 a share, currently sitting at. And look at that. In the last 3 months, they're down 44%, which can be a great buying opportunity. In my opinion, anything under $25 a share is a steal if you plan on holding for 1 to 2 years. But if you can get in under $20 a share for short term, and even if it goes down to $16 a share, ChargePoint, definitely do not pass that up, even if you're a short-term investor at that point. Remember, this one even was capped out at $46 a share, and I definitely think they can get back to that point. They just need a little bit more time, to build out their ChargePoint ecosystem because Joe Biden, he is huge on infrastructure, and it's been announced that ChargePoint is going to be a leader in making America running on electric vehicles. They even partnered up with GM because not everyone's going to do it like Tesla, and Tesla has its own charging system in play, which is one of my bullish thesis on them. They don't need ChargePoint or anything like that, but other car companies, EV companies to come are not going to build out their personal one. They're going to use things like ChargePoint that are already established. With that being said, I only have $1,591 in them, 2% portfolio diversity, but honestly, I want to get this to double the position. I only have 70 shares. I want to get at least 150 to 250 shares of ChargePoint for long-term under $20 a share and preferably closer to $16 a share. After that, you have Shopify, and you know what I call Shopify? The people's Amazon, guys. It allows you to take anything in your household and start selling that, drop shipping it, whatever you want to do. You can sell spatulas, you can sell TVs, you could sell furniture sets, trash cans, dog toys, trending fidget spinners, whatever it is. Shopify is your place, and it's only going to be getting bigger and bigger over the years. If we zoom out on this one, you can see they're a pretty good point where you can buy them. I'm always telling you guys I typically like to buy at $10.50, and you can actually see about $1,100 is where I have my average cost, and we have $1,500 in them. We own about 1.3 shares. I like to have around $5,000 worth of Shopify. Probably around 5 shares of Shopify would be the goal. but I'm waiting for them. I've been waiting for a while for them to get to that $950 mark because I think it could happen, and that is the sweet spot, I think, right around 950 to 1050. Now, of course, if we see a big crash, we can see them get down to 750. But if they get down to 750, you better be putting all your money in Shopify. No, I'm kidding. But they are a great company for long term. And this is one I think a lot of people sleep on because they don't realize that it has the power of an Amazon. Because only at 144 billion market cap, I think that this one can be a 500 billion market cap in the next 5 years, 3 to 5 years. The PE ratio is only 84, which yes, is high, but compared to some of the other big tech giants, it is not as high as it could be. So if you want to read what the bulls say, Shopify's growth has been strong as expected and remains to be so, with robust new merchant ads, increasing GMV, and high attached rates. We believe Shopify is attractive for small to medium-sized business owners because it is a simple way to use and has a wide variety of built-in features that make it a turnkey solution. The company has many experts to help small to medium-sized business owners with website design, photography, and other elements of the process, and benefits from large referral and development ecosystem. And that's a good point too, is they also help with website development. So if you do want to sell, dog toys or fidget spinners, they also help you build the website and give you the tools and an assistant or chat, at least online support to help you do so. After that, we have Square, which is a position that I am trying to continue to build. We only have 2 shares, about $500 in market value. We're already up 4%. I wish I bought a little bit heavier, but I'm really waiting for Square to go back down to like that $210 price range. I doubt we'll ever see this one below, to like 150 or anything like that. But if it does, that's a time I'm going to be absolutely loading up on them. For now, I'm taking it slow, but I like them because they're a good addition to a Shopify. It allows the everyday, like how we talked about the everyday owner to be like an Amazon and sell whatever they want. But Square is the person that allows you to accept payments, right? So if you, instead of PayPal, most people accept payments through PayPal. If you want to actually accept credit cards and debit cards, Square is pretty much the number one go-to for fintech, financial technology, which is a huge thing. Fintech is going to be a very, very big thing in the future. And this is one of the more dominant ones that is credit card processing. It allows small to medium-sized business owners to be a credit card processor. Now, the PE ratio on this one, look at that. 527. That's why I'm not buying them super heavy because if you pay attention to fundamentals and like fundamental investing, then the PE ratio is going to suggest that it's not the best thing in the world right now. The market cap is 100 billion, keep in mind, and I think that this one can be a 200 billion, $300 billion market cap in the next 5 years. So it's one that you might want to start investing. Now, remember, for a long time, they were trading at $10 all the way to $80 for like 4 years, kind of like almost a Tesla situation. And then they recently exploded because a lot more people, the world accelerated very quickly with everything being at home and people, opening their own businesses and accepting payments online because the whole shutdown and the pandemic obviously going on also. What the bulls say, the ongoing shift towards electronic payments has created and will continue to create room for acquiring. And we won't read all of these, so if you want to pause it and read it, more power to you. The more knowledge, the better. And you can even read some of these. Square officially puts Jay-Z on board of directors after Tidal deal closes, which is some huge, huge news. And they absolutely just beat earnings. And there was almost like a error. Like at first, people were reporting that Square missed earnings, but they killed earnings. Look at that. It was one of their biggest beats in the last 365 days. Their actual EPS was 0.41, and they're expected to do 0.16, and they destroyed earnings and revenue also. Now, after that, we have to talk about NEO because everybody loves them and the demand is there. They're currently sitting at a support that they have been bouncing off of since the beginning of March. So the big question is, will they go below the support? And nobody honestly really knows. I don't think they personally will go below the support, but remember, they're not a profitable company. They just reported earnings and they beat big on earnings. So that's a good indicator that they won't go below the support. And I would say, between $30 and $40 is the place to buy NEO, especially if you're a long-term investor. That's what you really have to invest in when you're investing in NEO, is the long term. I personally have $1,700. We're down almost $200, but I am a long-term holder when it comes to NEO, and I think in the next 12 to 24 months, they can really get together and go to that $60, $70 price range and hopefully 2x their stock price in the next 1 to 2 years. My only real concern with NEO is their PE ratio and PB ratio is not really where I want it to be, making it less of a value stock and more of a high growth, risky stock. But I would say they're the king of the high growth, risky stocks, and they're one of the better EV plays in the market. Now, here's a bonus stock. We talked about them in the last video, so we'll only briefly go over them. But definitely watch the last video if you haven't. It goes all the way into Microsoft. We go over everything there is to know about Microsoft. And typically, I would like to buy right around $200 to anything under $250 to $200 is going to be a great for long term. But if you're buying Microsoft, you can't have a 3-month, 6-month mindset. If it goes down in 3 months, you just need to keep buying more. If it goes down in 6 months, you need to buy more and hold for 1 to 2, even 5 years with Microsoft. And the bonus crypto we're going to be talking about today is Ethereum, because I have over $10,000 now in Ethereum, and originally I only put in like $3,000, so it's built up. I've been considering very strongly on taking some profits. Here you only see I have 473. I took a lot of profits on my Robinhood, but on my Coinbase, if you watch the video I posted 2 videos ago, actually, I'll just pull it up for you guys so you can actually see my Ethereum in my wallet. I have 1.5 ETH at $6,200, and I have a few other accounts with Ethereum, and I'm also totaling around $10,000. So I've been strongly considering taking profits, but the reason why I didn't take profits, even though I know it probably will be going down to like 3,200 again, was a reason I was strongly considering profits, is because even if it does go back down to that $3,200 mark, I know in the long term it will keep going and going and going, probably closer to like the $10,000 range. And I don't want to be the guy that sells Ethereum at $4,000 when eventually one day it will be $10,000. Now, if you are heavy in Ethereum like me, it is definitely an option to take some profits and try to buy back in right around 3,200 to 3,500, which I'm strongly considering doing, at least selling like $2,000 worth and then buying back in at a potential future dip. But overall, if you're a long-term investor and not worried about the short term, the best thing you can do is just hold it, because in the long term, it's just going to keep going up over time. In my opinion, I think, Ethereum can be $6,000 or more, especially because there's so much hype around Ethereum right now with the NFTs, the smart contracts. Ethereum is pretty much the leader in that space and has the potential to pass up Bitcoin. Not saying that it will. It needs to go to like, I think 12,000 a coin, and Bitcoin has to not move at all for Ethereum to pass up Bitcoin, which is highly unlikely, because if Ethereum rallies up to even 6,000 or 7,000, Bitcoin will probably continue to rally at that point also. So guys, I hope you truly enjoyed this video. Smack a thumbs up, share it with a friend if you did, and leave a comment below, because I am giving $100 away once I hit 100K on Instagram to my supporters, people who actually comment the most and like my videos, comment on Instagram and YouTube. Also, now I posted some cool stuff on my story. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you might as well, and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. But what you'll see here, it says DM me to get on my private stock group. Last day is today, and then I'm making a wait list. So I already have, you'll actually see right here, 30 DM requests that I'm going to be going over after I make this video and answering people. This is just in the last 1 to 2 hours. We got 30 DMs. So I'm going to be going over those and it's probably honestly filled by now. You might as well shoot me a DM if you've been trying to get on the list though, because remember, today's the last day, and then I'm making a wait list, which you can always get on the future. And if you want to get in on the future, DM me tomorrow, because I'm going to be starting the wait list tomorrow to get back in my private trading group. So if you want an application, it's as simple as just DMing me on Instagram, and then after that, I'll send you my website, which is right here. You can read through it. You'll learn technical analysis, value, growth, investing, how to read a balance sheet, income statements, cash flow, stats, PE ratio, and much, much more too. And I also post on my close friends list buy signals when I'm buying. You can see exactly what I'm buying, when I'm buying, access to my watch list, email updates. I post 1 to 2 options per week that you can follow along with. And the best thing also, if you go to my highlights on my Instagram, these are all the close friends lists. Of the green ones you can't see because it's for the close friends list people only. But if you click on success number 3 and success number 2 and student success, there's over 200 positive testimonials of people who absolutely love the program and have been making money. Dude, I was hesitant to join your program. I took a big risk, and watching all your programs, learned so much. Thank you. PLTR call was good for my first option. There's so much success that I bet you can't even go through all of these and read every single one, because there's just so many. Student success number 3, student success number 2, which has over 100 posted. And we filled up success number 2. That's why we had to start the success number 3. And we filled up the original close friends student success, which is this one. You'll see student success. So we had to make the close friends success number 2. So DM me today. It's the last day you can get on. Then we're making the wait list. Smash a thumbs up on the video. Share it with a friend if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.